World leaders are touching down in Hiroshima, Japan for this year's G7 summit. Japan's hosting the meeting for the first time in 7 years, and friction with its neighbour China is set to dominate discussions. Beijing is a key trading partner of every G7 member state. But China's growing influence has concerned G7 leaders, and at this summit, they want to find a unified approach to that challenge.
A lot of the focus right now within the G7 is more on how to counter Chinese economic coercion.
The G7 is made up of 7 of the world's most advanced economies, which together account for more than a quarter of global GDP. The EU also attends G7 meetings. This year, several other countries have been invited, including South Korea, Australia, and India. The G7 meeting in Hiroshima, where nuclear weapons were used for the first time in history, is a potent symbol of when geopolitical tensions get out of control. This year's summit takes place as regional concerns grow over the fate of Taiwan, the democratic country which China claims as its own. In the last 9 months, Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen has met with 2 US House speakers, both of which triggered days of Chinese military exercises around Taiwan. But the G7 agenda is stacked and includes Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine, its threat to use nuclear weapons, along with dangers posed by North Korea and extreme weather caused by climate change. Those items, plus broader concerns about China, could mean Taiwan is pushed further down the agenda.
There are some countries, for example, that might be willing to consider, and there are such discussions underway behind closed doors, what kind of sanctions might be imposed on China if it were to use force against Taiwan. But I just don't think that that would be on the leaders' agenda.
This is the first Asian G7 summit since 2016, and in that time, attention on this region has skyrocketed as US-China tensions have come to dominate global politics. But in that new political climate, Taiwan is the key flashpoint, and so even without being explicitly addressed, tensions over the country will be quietly colouring the discussions. Andy Hsueh and James Chater in Hiroshima, Japan for TaiwanPlus.